and welcome to the Morning Brew. This is Scott W2PLD, and I'll be your host for the first hour. Then we'll turn it over to Mike, K2CMT, down in DeBerry, Florida. And this morning we have Vicky, KE8VKY, on the log, keeping us in line. This net number, actually it's net number 974 for the 27th of May. May's almost done. Hope everybody had a nice Memorial Day weekend. I know I did. I just want to let you know, tonight, 8 o'clock here in the Zoom room, we have the East Coast Reflector TechNet. Bring your technical-related amateur radio questions, and we'll see what we can do to answer them, or just stop by and say hi. Today's question, somebody told me the other day that we ask everything on here but the kitchen sink. Well, today's question, in your kitchen, do you have a single or a double sink? Single or a double sink? And I know there's a couple of you going to have to think about that for a minute, but that's all right. Let me acknowledge the text check-ins here before my time runs out. We had KC2NJV, Wayne, K4, GDS, Gil, VA3, GLJ, Greg, KD9YUZ, Jimmy, AD2, KP, Steven, KK6, BCX, Ken, KE2EIO, Michael, VE3XTD, Eric, N6, QDY, David, KA8BYU, Roy, and Q9KX, Paul in La Pointe, Wisconsin. Now let's take our mobiles. If you're mobile, please, only if you're mobile, come with your call sign twice and slowly. Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet, November. Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet, November, mobile. Kilo 4, mobile, Good. Alpha, good morning. VK4, AVN, Victor, Kilo 4, Alpha, Victor, November, is mobile. Kilo Charlie 0, Charlie Tango. Kilo Charlie, Charlie. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Victor Golf India. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Victor Golf India, mobile in and out. Kilo Echo 8, Charlie Delta Echo. Kilo Echo 8, Charlie Delta Echo. Mobile, in and out. Alrighty, we'll hold it up there for just a moment. Let me recognize who we got there. From the bottom up, we had KE8 CDE, Nathaniel in Allen Park, Michigan, was in and out. KF4 VGI, Aaron in Fayetteville, North Carolina, was in and out. We had KC0 JC, Jeffrey. We had the VK4 AVN, Alan. We had KK4 KZZ, Mark. KZ4 JN, Anders. We had a couple stations here I want to ask about. We had one that sounded like it ended in Kilo Alpha Lima or something like that. Could you give me your call sign again twice, please? Whiskey 5, Kilo Alpha Lima. Whiskey 5, Kilo Alpha Lima. Alrighty, we got you, Ken. And one other one in there sounded like Victor 8 NJ. Could you come back with that call sign, please? That was Whiskey 8, Julia Tango. Alrighty, Nick, we got you in there. Let's go to the top of this list. The question of the day, everyone, is in your kitchen, do you have a single or a double sink? Let's go to KZ4JN, Anders in Gainesville, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. and thank you for running the net this morning. I have a double sink, so I have a double sink. I hope every day send it back to net control, Kilo Zulu 4, Juliet, November.
Alrighty, thanks, Anders, and have yourself a fine day. KK4, KZZ, Mark in Satsuma, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning. Hope everyone had a great weekend. And in my kitchen, we have a double sink. And hope everyone has a good week. KK4, KZZ, back to net.
Alrighty, Mark, thanks for joining us. W5, KAL, Ken in Cleveland, Texas. Good morning. W5, KAL, Ken, are you still there?
Well, good morning. Yeah, microphone troubles here, I think. Anyway, double sync for me. Double sync for me. W5KAL, back to net.
Ken, and have a great day. VK4, AVN, Alan, from the Red Cliff Radio Club. Good morning.
Yeah, VK4 AVN returning, and good morning to everyone on the net. And I have a double sync. Thank you very much for making me welcome. VK4 AVN, back to net.
Thanks, Alan, and you're always welcome here on the Morning Brew. Have a great day. W8 NJT, Nick, out in Toledo, Ohio. Good morning.
Morning, everybody on the net. For me, the first thing we did was redo the kitchen with a nice, good double sink. W8 NJT, back to net.
Already double it is. Thanks for joining us, Nick, and have a great one. KC0, JC, Jeffrey in Harrisville, Missouri. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, and everyone on the net this morning. I had the first cup of coffee on the Morning Brew, and I'm about 39 miles on the west side of Grand Island, Nebraska, headed back to Kansas City. We actually have a double sink, so thanks for asking this odd question today. Appreciate that so much. Y'all have a good day, blessed day. KC0JC.
Alrighty, thank you, Jeffrey. Safe motoring out there, and thanks for joining us. Let me acknowledge a couple more text check-ins before we go to the top of this list. We had WE8, MAY, May, out in Holt, Michigan. We had N3, TQD, Ray in Beaver, Pennsylvania, and W3, CV in Newcastle. Let's go to the top of this list with the text check-ins. KC2, NJV in Belmore, New York. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott and the rest of the crew. KC2NJV here, single. I look like I'm the only one so far. Have a great day.
Alrighty, thank you, Wayne. Appreciate you joining us. K4, GDS, Gil in Orlando, Florida. Good morning, Gil.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky. Scott, I hope your grilling went as well as mine last night. Turned out really good. Double sink for me. K4 GDS, back to net.
Well, thanks, Gil, and yes, it did. It came out just beautifully. Thanks for asking. Have a good day. This is W2BLT. Next up, VA3 GLJ. Greg up in Cartier, Ontario, Canada. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, and good morning. Sun is out. It's currently 43 degrees Fahrenheit or 6 degrees Celsius, and we had a double sink at our house.
Everybody have a great day. 73 VA3JLJ.
Alrighty, thanks, Greg. Double it is. Thanks for joining us this morning. Let's go out to Wakarusa, Indiana, to Jimmy, KD9YUZ. Good morning, Jimmy. In your kitchen, do you have a single or a double sink?
Good morning, Scott and Vicky and everybody on the brew. This old farmhouse has a great big single sink. I just wouldn't have it any other way. Everybody have a blessed day. KD9YUZ, back to net.
All right, thank you, Jimmy. I know people who redo their kitchens in the country style a lot of times do have a double sink. Appreciate you joining us. Let's go to 82 KP, Stephen in Brooklyn, New York. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Scott, Vicky, and everybody on the Brew Crew. Here we have a double sink. And I hope everyone has a fabulous, blessed day. This is 82 KP, back to net control.
Alrighty, thanks for joining us, Stephen. And now people can say we've asked everything, including the kitchen sink. KK6, BCX, Ken in Kingman, Arizona. Well, good early morning, Ken.
Good morning, Scott and Vicky from Northern Arizona. You can put me down for a double sink. KK6 BCX.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody. We have a double sink here in Almond. It's KE2EIO 73s to everybody, and back to net control. Thank you.
Alrighty, Michael, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. V3XTD, Eric in Gravenhurst, Ontario, Canada. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vic. We have a double sink here. Back to you.
Alrighty, double it is, Eric. Thanks for joining us. N6 QDY, David out in Sacramento, California. Good morning.
Yeah, Scott, Vicky, the Brew Crew, everyone in the Zoom control room. The answer to your question is a double. Everybody have a great day, and you guys, thanks for doing the net. N6QDY, back to net control.
Alrighty, thank you, David. Appreciate you joining us so early this morning. He was in Zoom before I was today. KABYU, Roy in Blaisdell, New York. Good morning, Roy.
Singular sink. Try saying that 3 times fast. And see everybody on the SecNet tonight.
Alrighty, single it is. Have a good day, Roy, and maybe we'll talk to you. KQ9KX, Paul in La Pointe, Wisconsin. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, and everybody else on this Tuesday. We have sink here. Back to net, KQ9KX.
Thank you, Paul, and you have yourself a great day. WE8MAY, May up in Holt, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott and Vicky and the crew. We have a double sink here, and it was definitely an interesting question to hear this morning. Hope everyone has a great day.
intelligent questions you're going to get on the Morning Brew. And thanks for joining us, and have yourself a great day. Let's go down to Beaver, Pennsylvania to Ray, N3 at TQD. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Scott and Vicky and the rest of the crew. We have a single bowl sink here. This is N3DQD.
Alrighty, thank you, Ray, and have yourself a fine day. W3CVE, Chuck in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Chuck.
Morning, Scott, and everybody on the brew. We have a double sink there, Scott. Have a nice day, W3CVE.
Alrighty, thank you, Chuck. I think the weatherman's got a good forecast for us today, so should be a good day. W8STJ, Steve in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody here on the Morning Brew. Hope everybody had a restful and safe Memorial Day weekend. And for me, it's double sink. Hope everybody has a great day ahead. This is W8STJ.
Alrighty, Steve, double it is, and thank you for joining us this morning. And last on this list, AA5, JW, James in Spring, Texas. Good morning, James.
Well, good morning, Scott and Vicky and everybody else out there on the brew crew this morning. This is Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey, Mobile in Spring. Trying to get to work today in Houston, and it is raining. We had a lot of thunderstorms come through last night, and making me very inconvenient. To the question at hand, we used to have a double sink, but I ripped that bad boy out and put in one of those extra large single farmhouse style sinks, and never looked back. Best investment I've ever made. With that, I'll say 7-3, hand it back to Net. Everybody have a day and stay safe out there. This is Alpha 5, Juliet Whiskey Mobile. We'll be listening.
Alrighty, this is W2BLT. Let's take some new stations. New stations looking to join us this morning. Please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
N5DRT. N5DRT.
Please copy N9 BPM, November 9, Bravo, Hotel, Chicago. Agent.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Romeo Kilo, KQ4, ORK Mobile.
KI5, LJ, Kilo 5, Echo, Lima Juliet.
Kilo Juliet 5, India Charlie Golf, KJ5, ICG.
Kilo 2, Tango, Victor, Kilo, Tango, Victor. Or Romeo Oscar, November, Mobile.
Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor. Kilo Charlie 3, Alpha Victor.
Delta. This is K680S Kilo 6 Alpha Delta Sierra. KE2 GAT, KE2 GAT.
KI4 BYT, KI4 BYT. November 2, India, Sierra, Kilo. November 2, India, Sierra, Kilo.
Alrighty, we'll hold it up there. Let me recognize from the bottom. We had N2ISK Bob, KI4 BYT Jared, KE2 GAT Walter, W5 VEO Doug via the text. We had K6 ADS Andrew, KC3 FGD Ray, KC3 LAV Mike, N4 RHE Roger, WB4 RON Ron in the mobile. We had K2 TV, had KJ5 ICG Gordon, KI5 ELJ Nicholas, KQ4 ORK Barry, N9 BBM Nathan, and N5 DRT Kurt in Morton, Texas. Is there anyone else that we missed or anyone else who wants to join us before I run the list? Please come with your call sign twice and slowly.
It says Victor Echo 3 Tango Golf November. Victor Echo 3 Tango Golf November. Tim Underwriter Canada. WA2 GAN, WA2
Bravo, Papa
GAN,
Bravo.
in and out.
Charlie Kilo, please call.
All right, we hold it up there for a minute. We had a couple here that we got to ask about. We had VE3TGN, Tim in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We had a station that sounded like WA something PPB. Could you come back with that call sign twice, please?
Call sign 10, it's Whiskey 8, Bravo Papa Bravo. Whiskey 8, Bravo Papa Bravo.
Oh, we got it that time, Brian. Thank you. And the last station there we had, it was just a CK in the call sign, Charlie Kilo. Could you come back with that, please? Well, with nothing heard, was there anyone that we missed in there? Please come with your call sign twice.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot.
Alrighty, we got you, Vern. And let's see, we had Brian from Mount Airy, North Carolina. Let's go to the top of this list. Got a couple mobiles in here. Let's go to KQ4 ORK, Barry and Apopka. The question of the day is, in your kitchen, do you have a single or a double sink? Good morning, Barry.
Good. Everybody on the Brew crew, I hope everybody had a nice, safe, enjoyable weekend. Well, I don't hear the option that I have. We actually have a triple bowl sink. It's a double with a small, I call it a vegetable cleaning center sink. So I'm going to have to go with triples, but if that's not on the list, go with the double. Everybody have a great day. Back to net control, KQ4, ORK in the mobile.
Well, thank you, Barry, and triples on the list now. Have a great day. KJ5 ICG, Morton out in Richmond, Texas, in the mobile. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. In my kitchen we have a double. Thanks for having the net. Back to you, KJ5 ICG.
Thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. WB4 RON, Ron, mobile somewhere. Good morning, Ron.
Scott and Vicky and everybody else on the Brew. Awesome job as always. We're going to go with the double sink today in the kitchen. Double sink. Everybody have a good day, and it looks like we've been blessed with 2 sunny days in a row. WB4 RON, back to net.
Imagine that. Have a good day, Ron. Always a pleasure. And the last one we have kind of mobile here is a VA3 CRF. Vern up in Waterdown, Ontario, Canada. Good morning, Vern.
Good morning, Scott, and everybody on the net. Thanks for picking me up. Yep, out for a walk. Temperature is about 50, but it's going to be sunny and it's going to get up into the 70s today, which is great. In terms of the question of the day, Scott, we have a double sink in the kitchen, which is nice for doing dishes and stuff like that. We enjoy it. I hope everyone's had a great long weekend down there in the States with the Memorial Day, and that it's a good upcoming week. Scott, thanks for doing it. Take my hat off to you and to Vicky and everybody on the East Coast Reflector, VA3 CRF.
Well, thanks for joining us, Vern. We always appreciate it. Have a great day. Let's go up to N5, DRT, Kurt in Morton, Texas. Good morning, Kurt.
Yeah, good morning here. We have a double sink. N5 DRT.
Alrighty, Kurt. Thanks for joining us this morning. Have a good day. NPM, Nathan in Chicago, Illinois. Morning.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Here in Chicago, we have a double sink, 2 sinks. I'll send it back to net control. Have a great day at 9 ppm.
Alrighty, Nathan. Double it is, and thanks for joining us. KI5ELJ, Nicholas in Fresno, Texas. Good morning, Nicholas. And in your kitchen, do you have a single or a double sink?
Good morning. We have a double sink here in Fresno. Y'all have a great day, and thank you for hosting the net KI5ELJ.
Alrighty, double it is, and thank you for joining us. K2TV, Bob in Fairfax, Virginia. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Scott and Vicky and the rest of the brew crew. In my kitchen, I have a large single sink. Everyone have a great day. This is K2TV.
Well, have a great day, Bob, and thank you for joining us. This is W2BLT. Next up, N4 RHE, Roger in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Top of the morning, Roger.
W2BLT and the rest of the day to yourself, Scott, and clever cousin Vicky, good ears. November 4, Romeo Teleco. I remember this question. I still have a double, white enamel, cast iron sink that weighs as much as a Volkswagen. Scott, how many miles total was your last trip around our beautiful country? November 4, Roger Ham Enthusiast. Return to net.
Well, double it is, Roger, and I believe it was just over 3,000 miles. And I drove every one of them. Have a great day, Roger. Always a pleasure talking with you. Let's go to KC3 LAV, Mike in Lititz, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Mike.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, everyone on the crew. This is Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha. Your Mike in Warwick Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Beautiful, beautiful morning here in Lancaster County. Enjoying it on the deck with the dog. Yes, we have a double stainless steel sink. Quite appropriate. Hope everyone has a great day. Glad to hear Ray in there. I'm sure he's busy in the garden. KC3LAV, back to net. Thank you very much. We're clear.
Well, have a good day, Mike, and thanks for joining us. And next up is Ray, KC3FGD, your neighbor, sort of. Good morning, Ray.
Hey, Scott, Vicky, everyone on the brew here. We happen to have a double stainless steel sink, and I'm getting ready to head up to the wood shop. It's my week to clean the shop and keep it clean. And a hi to Mike down there in Lidditz. Always great to hear him on there. I wish some of our morning grind guys would get on there also. Everyone have a great day. Back to net control.
Alrighty, Ray, don't work too hard up there, and appreciate you joining us. K6ADS, Andrew in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Good morning.
Good morning. Working on my cup of coffee. Thanks for having me. If I understand the question correctly, I have a stainless steel 2 sinks, double sink with the garbage disposal on the right. Have a great day, everyone. K6ADS.
Alrighty, thank you, Andrew. And yes, you did get the question right. The question is, in your kitchen, do you have a single or a double sink? And next up is W5VEO, Doug in Lubbock, Texas, via the text line. Good morning. W5VEO, Doug, are you still with us? Well, let's go to KE2GAT, Walter in Lynbrook, New York. Good morning. KE2GAT, Walter, are you still with me? Well, I'm 2 for 2 here. How about Jared, KI4BY up in Holt, Michigan? Good morning.
Good morning to everybody in the group. KI4BYT here, and not too bad of a morning here. About 50 outside, and we're typical. We're normal. We just have a dual sink. I think the last time I ever saw a single sink was way back in '97. My aunt had one, and I've never seen one since or before. So it's rather interesting to hear people who have single sinks, and the one person with the triple, I've never even heard of those. Turn it back over to net control.
Alrighty, thank you, Jared. Yeah, that was, the triple came from Barry down in Apopka, Florida. I've never seen the triple myself, but hey, it's useful, I'm sure. Have a great day, and thanks for joining us. That's the first time I've had 2 from Holt, Michigan in the same morning. Let's go to N2ISK, Bob in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Scott and crew. Yeah, I have a single stainless sink, but I'm in a house that was built in 1943, so everything is old, and I'm looking into now getting some new cabinets, because everything here was actually cheap, stick-built stuff. I mean, no real cabinets. It was just stick frames that they built. It was sad. Anyway, except for the ones I built. I built a number of new cabinets to make us more space, but yeah, strange back then. I got just very cheap houses. So anyway, good morning everybody, and have a good day. Go Ask Game.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate you joining us this morning. Let's go up north to Windsor, Ontario, to VE3TGN. Good morning, Tim.
Morning, Scott. Thank you, everybody on the brew. We have a double sink there in the apartment there. So have a good night, and looks like it's going to be a nice day here in Windsor there. Back to net control, the E3TGN Twitter. Back to net. Thanks for being there.
All right, thanks for joining us, Tim, and you have yourself a great day. Next up, W8BPB, Brian of Mount Airy, North Carolina. Looks like you're new to the system. Welcome.
Back in the transmitter, this is W8BPB. Yep, I was hearing the votes and everything. My sink is a double sink. It's in an apartment. But one's got the electric motor on. That's a good thing to have. And the third item in there is the dishwasher. So we got a better dishwasher. Over.
Alrighty, Brian, thanks for joining. It looks like you're new to the system, and looks like you're good on QRZ, so be looking in your email for a welcome letter from the East Coast Reflector. It'll give you quite a bit of information on what we're all about and all the connection information and everything. Have yourself a great day. Next up, one of our team members, Mark, KE2EDS in Elma, New York. Good morning, Mark.
And the rest of the crew. Our sink is a single. It's a large bowl, single deep. So have a great day, KE2EDS.
All right, thank you, Mark. You have yourself a fine day. KM4WZD, Joe in Claremont, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning to the crew. Double sync for us. Double sync. Everybody take care. 7-3s. Happy Monday. It's I'm sorry. Feels like Monday. Happy Tuesday. KM4WZD. Back to net.
Alrighty, thank you, Joe. And yeah, the week's just flying by. Last on this list, we have Gary, N8ZFH in Woodhaven, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, and the crew. And it's a cool 55 degrees here in southeastern Michigan, where we have a double sink. And one day I'd like to replace it with a single, so there would be more room for larger items. Please check me in and out. I'll continue to listen. Thanks, Scott. And it's H, back to net.
All right, have a good day, Gary, and as always, thank you for joining us. We have one more via the text line here. We have one of your hosts here on the Morning Brew, K8BAC, Al up in Britain, Michigan. Good morning, Al.
Good morning, Scott, Vicki, everybody on the Brew crew this morning. Happy Tuesday. What a nice way to skip Monday. I'm assuming the question of the day is if I have a double sink in the kitchen, and yes, I do. It's an old farmhouse, so that's kind of how it's rigged. Hope everybody's having a great day. Back to you, Scott, KBAC.
Sorry, Al, I was sidetracked there. Did you say you got a single or a double?
We got a big old double sink.
Alrighty, thank. I heard you say farmhouse, and I'm thinking single, and that's why I asked. You have a good day, and thanks for joining us. W2BUT up in Milan, Michigan. Boy, they must have called each other. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Scott. Well, we're not in Milan yet. We're north here in Akiak, where the outdoor temperature looks like 42 degrees. According to the thermometer on the porch, be heading back home today. We have a double sink at both of our places. That's the story here. Back to you, W2P UT.
Alrighty, thank you, Dan, and appreciate you joining us from, I believe you said, Akiak, Michigan. I'm going to go with that. Have yourself a great one. KE8SMN, Jeff in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Good morning.
Good morning, Brew Crew. KE8SMN. With Michigan guys here today. Put us also down for a double. KE8SMN, back to net.
Alrighty. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, Michigan's well represented this morning. Good to see. Alrighty, folks, this is WBLT. It's 20 to the hour. Who else do we have looking to join us this morning on the Morning Brew? Please come with your call signs twice and slowly.
7 Kilo 9 Delta Quebec. Kilo 9 Delta Quebec. Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Tango Juliet. Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Tango Juliet, in and out. Kilo Delta 2 November Lima Mobile. KD2NL Mobile.
November 2 inside November 5 Zulu.
Good morning, Scott. KE9GIS. KE9GIS.
Scott, that's N8RWF. Please check me as in the morning.
This is Bravo Whiskey Charlie.
Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Yankee Bravo. Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Yankee Bravo. This November 5 Zulu Lima. November 5 Zulu Lima.
Alrighty, we'll hold it up there. We recognize who we have here, and I got a couple questions. We had W7OMH, I think, Mike in Wading River. We had a station in there. Well, let me tell you who I got. We did get N9DQ Rando, was mobile in Johnson City. We got VA3 KTJ Jinsuk, KD2NL Chip, N5ZL Scott, N8 RWF Bill, and KR4 AYB Brian. I got some questions now. We had a station sounded Victor Charlie Sierra on the end, up at the top. Could you give me your call sign twice, please? Alrighty, we got you there, Tim. We got a N9DQ. Is that a good call sign?
Kilo 9 Delta Quebec. Kilo 9 Delta Quebec.
Alrighty, we got you in there, Al. We'll get back to you shortly. We had NE9DIS or something like that. KE9DIF.
Kilo Echo 9 Delta India Foxtrot.
Alrighty, we got you, Adam. Down further, we had one. Sounded like Kilo Delta 5, Bravo Whiskey Whiskey. Is that a good call sign? How about KI5 BWW? Is that a good one? Well, let's go up and I had one other one. It was the N2 something L. Could you come back with that call sign, N2 something L, if I didn't acknowledge you?
Uniform Oscar Golf, N2 UOG.
Righty, we got you that time set. Let me run this list. Looks like we've got everything squared away here. We also had Perry, K4PJM in Leesburg, Florida via the text line. Let's go to the top. I got a couple mobiles here. Let's go to K9 at DQ, Al in Clarkston, Michigan. Good morning, Al. And the question of the day is, in your kitchen, do you have a single or a double sink? K9 DQ, are you still with me?
I don't know if you copied, but this is Kilo 9 Delta Quebec. I do have a double. Have a great day, 73 old.
Alrighty, Al, thanks for joining us. We got that just perfectly. And our other mobile, KD2NL, Chip in Cincinnati, New York. Good morning, Chip.
Good morning, Scott, Vicky, and the rest of the crew. In my kitchen, I have a double sink. So I'll say 73, you all have a good day, and back to net, KD2NL Mobile.
Alrighty, double it is, Chip. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. On top of this list, W7 OMH, Mike in Wading River. I'm not sure if he was in and out this morning. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. I'm going to say a single. Got a single sink. So, anyway, good morning. Everybody have a great day. W7 OMH out.
Alrighty, thank you, Mike. Appreciate you joining us. Just want to let everybody know the text line is open. If you don't have the number is 716-317-9050. That's 716-317-9050. And you'll avoid any of the pileups. Let's go to the TCS. Tim up in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Good morning.
Yeah, I tried checking in with he apparently was a little weak, so I'm on one of my mobiles. Stainless double sink at our QTA. Back to that, thanks.
Alrighty, thank you, Tim. Heard you just fine that time, no problem at all. We had VA3 KTJ, Jinsuk was in and out this morning. Let's go to N2 UOG, Sal in Spring Hill, Florida. Good morning.
The rest of the Brew crew. Well, when we had the house built, excuse me, it came with a double sink, but it was we found it a little bit confining. So when we put two new new countertops in, we had a nice wide steel sink. So put us down for a single there, Scott. Thank you. Appreciate what you guys do. This is NWOG back to.
Alrighty, thank you, Sal. Appreciate you joining us this morning. Have a good day. This is W2BLT. Next up, N5ZL, Scott in Lakeway, Texas. Scott.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Good morning from Austin. I am mobile today, as usual about this time. It's 66 degrees, and after about 2.5 inches of rain in a really bad storm last night, we could definitely use a sink here. I have a single large stainless steel farm sink, that's what they call it, in the new house. But it is one of the 7 points that I bought the house for. A brand new construction, and the sink was so deep you can put a lot of stuff in there to clean. Back to net control from N5ZL.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you joining us, and you have a good day. Next up, KE9DIF, Adam in Downers Grove, Illinois. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. We have a double sink. Just want to share a really quick story that you guys should get a little laugh out of. My neighbor 2 days ago gave me a text. He said, "Hey, are you having any electrical problems at the house?" And I said, "No, we're not having any problems." He said, "Well, my is turning on and off by itself." Well, unbeknownst to him, we were trying out a new amplifier. So it turns out that the amplifier, when you key it up, would make his water run, and when we unkeyed the amplifier, his water would shut off. Scott, have a great day. Thank you.
Alrighty, good story, Adam, but I want to know, did you tell him that was going on?
Absolutely not. Why wreck the fun of it? It turns out that the circuit board, there's a little circuit board with inside the sink. I don't know if it was just bad or the RF signal just made it fry. I guess he's replacing it, and everything should be okay next door.
Very good. Very good. Have a good day, and thanks for joining us. Let's go to N8RWF, Bill in Trenton, Michigan. Good morning, Bill.
And a very good morning to you, Scott, and everyone. This is N8RWF. We have a double sink. That's a double sink, and we've had that right from the start in this home, so it's very handy. Thanks for the call, Scott. It's nice to hear everyone this morning. This is N8RWF, Trenton, Michigan. I'll be clearing the thing.
All right, thanks for joining us, Bill, and have a great day. Next up, KR4AYB, Brian in Valdosta, Georgia. Good morning, Brian.
Thank you for letting me join the Brew Crew. This is my first time, and probably wouldn't be here if my little all-star node that I just built yesterday didn't start working miraculously. But anyways, I have a double sink. Thank you again, KR4AYB, back to net.
Joining us, Brian, and don't be a stranger. We're here every Monday through Friday, except for holidays. And love to have you stop by again. K4PJ Perry in Leesburg, Florida, via the text line. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Scott and Vicky and everybody in the Brew Crew. Yeah, we have a double sink. It's worked out really well with all the dishes from yesterday's picnic. It's fairly loaded, so we'll have to address that this morning. But everybody have a fantastic day. K4PJM, back to net.
Barry, appreciate you joining us. Next up, N1 CBM, Carlos, one of our members down in Hollywood, Florida. Good morning, good morning, Carlos.
Morning, Scott, Vic, everybody else. I hope you had a great and fantastic Memorial Day. I'm in Glenview right now, 52 degrees outside. It's very nice to step away from the 90s that Florida's producing right now. We have a double think for us. I hope everyone has a great short week ahead. And one CBM, back to you, Scott.
Thanks, Carlos. Have a great day. Next up, W2HAR, Andy in Cheektowaga, New York. Good morning, Andy. And did you have a double or single sink in the kitchen?
Good morning, Scott, everybody in the Brew Crew. We have a double sink. Stainless steel. And the rest of the day is work. And then the tech night tonight, I guess, is I messed up. It's Tuesday. Back to you, Scott. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks, Andy. And yesterday felt like Sunday to me all day long. Next up, KQ4, POK, Gonzo in Winter Springs, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott, and everyone on the Brew Crew. Yes, we have a double sink, which certainly comes in very handy. Hope everyone had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Back to next week. This is KQ4 POK.
Thanks, Gonzo. Appreciate you joining us. KQ8U, Bob up in Ecorse, Michigan. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Scott, and the rest of the Brew Crew. I got a double stainless sink. Everybody have a great day. KQ, back to that.
All right, double it is. Thanks for joining us, Bob. Kitty2, YUI, Charles, New York. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everybody listening in on the Brew Crew. Yeah, put me down for a double sink back home. Currently are not at the home QTH. We are on the road. We are in North Carolina. Side note, the Airbnb we're in has a single, but back home we have a double. 73, all back to net control, KD2YUI.
Well, enjoy your time away there, Charles, and appreciate you joining us. KC9, IXX, Roger in Rochester, Indiana. Good morning.
Good morning to you and everybody on the Brew Crew this morning. Yes, we have a single sink in the kitchen, double in the camper, but a single sink at home. You guys have a great day, and thanks for letting us check in here. KC9IXX, control.
Alrighty, thank you, Roger. Appreciate you joining us. The last one for me today is KB9NDZ, Lynn in Culver, Indiana. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone on the Brew Crew. Yes, we at home have a... I really love it. Yep. Okay. Thanks, everyone. KB9NDZ. Clear.
Thanks for joining us this morning, and you have yourself a great day. That's going to do it for me, folks. Appreciate everybody that checked in with me this morning. I'm going to turn it over to Mike at K2CMT in DeBerry, Florida, and he's already got a few text check-ins. Everybody have a fine day, and we'll talk to everybody at TechNet tonight at 8 o'clock. Have a great day, everyone. This is W2BLT. It's all yours, Mike.
Thank you, Scott, and good morning, everyone. Pick up where Scott left off and get these my board cleared here and get road. W8 WHK, Bill, North Fort Myers. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. It's about 8 degrees here already, at least in our little part of Florida. And it's clear, beautiful morning. We have a double stainless steel sink in our kitchen, and that's about all I have. I had a great day yesterday. Hope everybody had a good and enjoyable weekend. So this is W8WHK, back to net control, 7-3.
Thank you, Bill, for joining. You're running about 5 degrees warmer than we are, and I'm glad it's you and not us. I remember those very hot Southwest Florida summers. KIPMI, buddy Bill out there in Hobbs, New Mexico. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike, everybody on the brew. Put me down for a double sink, sir. Stainless steel double sink. Hey, just a little work, nothing special here. Hope to get a little precipitation possibly this week. So hope everybody has a great day. KI5PMI.
Thank you. Double it is, Bill. Scott, barbecue and Elvis time. KY4NB. Good morning, Scott, from Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, hi there, Mike and Brother Randall, if he's listening, Spring, Texas, and everybody on the morning net today, the Brew crew. It's a single sink in the kitchen and a single sink in the bathroom, hi. So that's a double sink. Back to you, Mike. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks to Miss Vicky and everybody buying the sink. 7-3s from rainy Memphis. KY4NB, back to net.
So, Scott, sounds like you got the wash and the rinse fixed. Thank you for being here this morning. I hope you had a great weekend. Time for some new customers to get on board. Come now, please, twice and slowly.
2 Bravo Delta Oscar, Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Delta Oscar, in and out. Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot, Mike. Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot, Mike, mobile.
Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Chris, in and out.
Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie. Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie.
WJPQ, WB2JPQ.
Kilo Echo 2 Alpha Romeo Charlie, KE2ARC.
MS, Kilo Delta 2, Mike, Sierra X-Ray.
Victor Whiskey Papa, Kilo 7, Victor Whiskey Papa.
Okay, hold up there. Let me acknowledge this customer that I got on board here. KD2WRJ by way of the text line, Camillus, New York. K7VWP, Mike, in South Ogden, Utah. KD2MSX, Tyler, new to the system from Wading River, New York. KE2ARC, Ron in Sydney Center, New York. WB2JPQ, Dick in Eden, New York. WD8PIC, Pennsylvania, Ohio. KB8PLV, Chris in Nova, Michigan. Jose, my buddy down there in St. Cloud, Florida, for FBM. And Richard waved a hand at us from Chowder Falls, New York. I butchered that. KE2BDO. Jose, you look like to be the only mobile I've got, so I'm going to come direct to you. Question of the day is, in your kitchen, do you have a single or double?
Good morning, Mike, and the rest of the Morning Brew. I got a sink with one of those commercial type. Got a rack on the bottom and a ugly looking sprayer, but it's very fancy looking. Back to you, Mike. 73.
I've got something similar, Jose. Thank you for being with me this morning. Let's go to Bob in Savannah, Ohio. WD8PIC. Good morning, Bob.
Okay, and I figured out the question, but if you mean in the kitchen, yep, double. We have a double in the kitchen. And it's cloudy and in the mid to upper 50s here. Going to be cloudy all day with rain tonight and tomorrow. Back to net, WD8PIC.
Thank you, Bob. I thought I had read the question, so I'll do it again just in case someone isn't listening real close. In your kitchen, do you have a single or double sink? Question of the day. Dick, WB2JPQ. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mike, Vicky, everybody. Well, I have a double. Put me down for a double. It kind of seems to be the flow there this morning. I want to remind everybody, Thursday night in the ECR Zoom room, we have a great photo presentation coming up, so don't miss it. We'll see everybody on the TechNet tonight. This is WB2JPQ.
Thank you, Dick. The photo presentation should have a pretty good outreach. A lot of people I would think would be very interested in that subject. Ron in Sydney Center, New York, KE2ARC. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning, everybody on the net. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Yeah, we got a double sink. Seems like sometimes it's not big enough for the dishes, so never know. We got there. Go back to net control, KE2ARC.
Well, thank you, Ron, for joining us. KD2MSX, Tyler, new to the system. Good morning, sir.
Morning, from Wading River, New York. I'm on the Williams Lloyd Parkway. I have a single sink in my kitchen, and once the mortgage is paid off, I could buy a double. Back to you, net control, KD2M.
Well, Tyler, we all need goals. I'm glad that you got a good one there, and I hope it's not too many years before you get that double sink. And welcome to the system. I'm going to tell you that this is the Morning Brew on the East Coast Reflect. We're here from 9 Monday through Friday, except the holidays. And hope you'll be a Mike in South Ogden, Utah, K7VWP. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning to everybody on the Morning Brew. We have a double sink in our house. Nothing fancy, but we got a double sink. K7 VW to net control.
For joining us, Mike. And as usual, they run in as twins. We have another Mike from Camillus, New York, KD2WRJ. Good morning.
Morning, Brew Crew. This is Mike number 2 for today. We have a double sink in our kitchen, so that's my contribution for today. Hope everybody had a good weekend and has a good week. KD2 WRJ. Back.
Thank you, Mike number 2. Always glad to hear from you. Time for some new customers. Echo digital stations. Any Echo Link or digital stations having a hard time getting in? I'm going to be leaving a lot of calls here, so come on now. I did to give you room, boys and girls. Check-ins, come on now.
November 8, Mike, Romeo, Sierra. November 8, Mike, Romeo, Sierra.
Kilo, Juliet 5, Delta X-Ray, Bravo. Kilo, Juliet 5, Delta X-Ray, Bravo.
Kilo, India Whiskey.
Last station, would you give me your full call twice and slowly again?
Oh, 9, Kilo, India Whiskey. November 9, Kilo, India.
Thank you, John. Any other callers? Come on now.
Delta 8 after Delta, Alpha Delta 8 after Delta, in and out.
VK3, Echo Delta Mike, Victor Kilo 3, Echo Delta Mike.
N2BH, N2BH.
November Alpha 2, Bravo and A.
Okay, hold up a second. Let me acknowledge these stations. Charlie in Sun City Center, Florida, NA2B. You're overdriving that mic a little bit, Charlie. So back off just a little bit. Bill, one of our system facilitators and net controllers here at the Morning Brew from Palmyra, New York, N2BH. Emily from Victoria, Australia, VK3ED. John from Troy, Michigan, wave the hand, AD8OD. John from Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, N9KIW. Frank from Sugar Land, Texas, KJ5DXB. And Michael from Norwood, Ohio, N8RS. Michael, you're at the top of my list. Good morning to you. Question of the day. In your kitchen, do you have a single or a double sink?
Well, good morning all on the Brew Crew. I have a double sink, which I really don't need because I usually wash things as I use them. So anyway, you'll have a great day, and I'll probably catch you all tonight. N8MRF.
Thank you for being here, Michael. Frank in Sugar Land, Texas, K5DXB.
KJ5DXB, good morning to you, Mike, to Vicky and everybody. Put me down for a double. Everybody have a great day. KJ5DXB, back to you, Mike.
Thank you for being here this morning, Frank. Appreciate it. John in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, N9KIW. N9KIW. John, you still with me? Yeah, we're not hearing anything, John. Is that you? Let me move on down here to Emily, Victoria, Australia, BK3EDM.
Good morning, Mike, Vicky, and the Brew Crew. The answer to the question is I have a double sync. Hope you all have a good day. 7-3, BK3 EDM handing back to Net.
Thank you for joining us, Emily. Glad to hear you. Bill, N2BH. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning, Mike, Vicky, everybody else. We have a double sync. It's one of those kind of 80-20. One side's real small. And the rest of the day, gonna get out and enjoy this beautiful day before the next round of rain comes. N2BH.
Bill, it sounds like from you and Scott that that's all it's going to do this summer is rain. And it's what we get down here all summer long. So welcome to the club. Charlie and Bertie, Sun City Center, Florida. Good morning, Charlie.
Well, good morning. Mike, Vicky, and everybody on the net from Bertie and I in Tampa Bay. It's 80 degrees already. Going to be a warm one again. Response to the question, we have a double in the kitchen. And the wife only lets me use that on the weekends. HI. Going to take the bride out for a date today. We're going to hit the movies and see the new Mission Impossible. So, anyway, have a good day. Thanks for what you do. K2CMTNA. 2B, back to that.
Well, Charlie and Bertie, it sounds like you're going to have a fun time. I always like the Mission Impossible. Up is Jason from Milwaukee, Oregon, KK7ZSH. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Mike. Vicky, thanks for doing the net and logging there. 73 to all. We have a double sink stainless steel in the kitchen. There you go. KK7ZSH.
Thank you for being here. And yeah, Vicky's had her job cut out for her this morning based on the quality of the transmissions, and it's been a little bit ragged right around the edges. Time for some new customers, so come on now twice and slowly, please.
Is Kilo Juliet 5, Kilo Uniform X-Ray. Kilo Juliet 5, Kilo Uniform X-Ray. Ricky, in and out.
This is P3API Victor Echo Papa India in and out. Double.
November Whiskey 4, Quebec, NW4Q.
November 8, Hotel Lima, November. November 8, Hotel Lima, November.
KR4 CKC, Kilo Romeo 4 Charlie, Kilo Charlie.
Kilo Delta 6, Delta India, Quebec, KD6DIQ, in and out.
KK7DY, Kilo 7, Delta Yankee.
Okay, with that long pause, let me hold it up and acknowledge these stations. KK7, I'm having a hard time reading this morning. Clark, Phoenix, Arizona. W8ROY, Roy in Livonia, Michigan. KD6DIQ, Todd, waved a hand from Yucca Valley, California. KR4CKC, Bill from Oklahoma. N8HLN, Mike, Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. NW4Q, Jim in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, along with his bride. Gary in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, VE3API. And Ricky in Houston, Texas, and as well, KJ5KUX. No mobiles in there, so let me start at the top. Gary in Windsor, Ontario, 3API. Question of the day, Gary, is in your kitchen, do you have a single or a double sink? Good morning.
Yeah, V3API returning double sink. Anyway, back to net.
Thank you, Gary. NW4Q, Jim, good morning to you, sir.
Hey, Mike, good morning. That's a good question. We have a double sink, and Tree keeps an eye on what I put in there. So you all have a nice day, and be careful.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you being here as always. You're a good regular. Mike in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. 88N8HLN, good morning.
Good morning, Mike, Vicky, and the crew. We have a double sink. It's a single unit, but it's divided into two pieces, so it's two drains, so it's a double sink. 73 to all. Everyone have a great day. And HLN.
Thank you for being here, Mike. Bill in Old Tampa, Florida, KR4CKC. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Mike. Rest of the brew. We have a double stainless steel sink in our kitchen. KR4CKC. You all have a good day. 73. Thank you for being with me this morning. Roy in Livonia, Michigan. W8ROY.
Good morning, Mike. I'm your mobile this morning, just merging on the way. Put me down for a double, please. Everybody have a good Tuesday. I'm already mixed up in my mind because I think it's a Monday. W8ROY back. Thanks. Have a good one.
Well, Roy, I figured you were mobile, but you got to remind me. Say it when you check in. That way I'll put you at the top of the list. Clark in Phoenix, Arizona, KK7DY. Good morning, Clark.
Good morning, Mike, Vicky, and the rest of the brew crew. We have a double sink.
back to net control, JK7DY.
Thank you, Clark. Double it is. And Don in Ocala, W9EBB. Good morning, Don.
Good morning, sir. Good morning to all the crew. Kill for a large single those large pads or Thanksgiving and stuff like that, but I have a double stick that I load that I will be getting rid of, actually. Before I sign off, I just want to say congratulations to KR4CKC for just getting his tech license a couple months ago, and welcome to radio. This is W9EBB signing off. Have a blessed day, everybody.
Don, based on the background noise, it sounds like you're in a bird forest right there at the Ocala National Forest is what it sounds like. Glad to have you, buddy, and welcoming new hams is something we enjoy doing anytime we get a chance. This is Mike, K2CMT in DeBerry, Florida, along with Vicky, KE8BKY in Lambertville, Michigan. New customers, come now please, twice and slowly.
November Whiskey 3 United and W3U.
Kilo 2 Alpha Alpha Charlie. Kilo 2 Alpha Alpha Charlie. In and out.
This is Kilo India 7, India Hotel Uniform. Again, this is Kilo India 7, India
CJM, W2, CJM. Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Papa Oscar. November Uniform. Kilo Charlie 5, Charlie Papa Oscar. Mobile. Goods order in, out.
KB3, VP2. KB3.
Let's hold up there just a moment. That last station had Lima in it. Would you come again twice, please?
Lima, Kilo Delta 5, Oscar Lima.
Thank you, Neil. Now let me acknowledge these stations. KD5OL, Neil. KQ4UG, Ken. KB3VPK, Murray. K5YN, Florian. KC5CPO, David. W2CJM, Charles. KI7IHU, Dave. And K2AAC, Art, wave the hand. K3U, David. And KC2GRN, Joel. If I missed anyone, come now, please.
November 4, Kilo Juliet 5, Lima Charlie Delta. Kilo Juliet 5, Lima Charlie Delta, in and out.
Kilo Golf 8, Juliet Lima. In and out, sir. Thank you. Kilo Golf 8, Juliet Lima.
Okay, let me acknowledge these last three stations. All of them were in and out. KG8 Jason from the Plains of Ohio. KJ5 LCD Lewis from Magnolia, Texas. And N4KHZ John in Rochester, New York. Let me go to the top of my list and see if I can get these guys to talk about where we're at kitchen sink is a double or a single. Joel in East Yaphank, New York. Good morning to you, sir. KC2GRN.
Mike and Vicki and Scott and everybody on the Morning Brew. Happy day after Memorial Day. KC2CRN. We have a single sink in our kitchen, just a single. Everybody have a great day. KC2CRN back to net.
Thank you, Joel. Appreciate you being here, buddy. NW3U, David in Garner, North Carolina. Good morning to you, sir.
Well, good morning, Mike, Vicki, and everybody out there in Radio Land. Hope this finds everyone well. NW3U here. As for the question of the day, we have the single bowl sink. It's a large restaurant-style steel sink, and I love it. We remodeled the kitchen. We went with that. Outside of that, just going to have a good day today. It looks like it's sprinkling outside, so I guess it's inside day. Thanks for having me in here, and I appreciate you guys doing the net. And then good to hear folks in here this morning. 7-3 is NW3.
David, did I understand that was a single?
So, single bowl sink.
Buddy, appreciate it. Something, there's a little burp there and I missed it for sure. Appreciate it. Dave in Murray, Utah. KI7IHU. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Mike, Vicki, and everybody else on the net. I do have a double sink in my kitchen. Good for washing dishes. Back over to you. This is Kilo India Hotel Uniform.
Thank you for being with me this morning, Dave. Appreciate it. Charles in Selden, New York. W2CJM.
Good morning, Mike, and everybody on the crew. Vicki, I have a single sink in my home. Thanks for doing the net. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you, Charles. Single it is. Next up is David from Burleson, Texas, KC5CPO. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to everybody on the Morning Brew. Sounds like this is the Dave/David segment. A double sink for us. That's all I got. 7-3. Everyone have a blessed day. KC5CPO.
Thank you, David. And you're David number 3 in this call. Thank you for joining us. Florian, Conroe, Texas, K5YNU.
Good morning, Mike, Vicki, everyone on the Brew Crew. I hope everyone enjoy a long weekend and took a moment to remember our heroes. Double sink for me. Back to that control. Everyone have a blessed day. K5YNU.
Thank you, Florian. Glad to have you. KB3VPK, Mary from Easton, PA. Mary, I'm glad you made it home safely from your road trip on the bike. Is it a single or a double at your house?
Hello, everyone. It is a single steel, extra large. Well, larger than my mom's double sink. It's my single sink. So, good, but I do have a V-twin. Back to you, Mike, KB3VP.
Thank you for being here this morning, Mary. Ken in Donaldsonville, Georgia, KQ4UZG. Good morning, Ken. KQ4UZG, are you still with me, Ken? Well, moving on along. Neil in Mansfield, Texas, KD5OL.
Yeah, this is KD5OL. I'm just in and out today. I won't make any comments. You guys have a good day. 7-3s, everybody. Kilo Delta 5, Oscar Lima.
Well, Neil, we're glad you checked in. Thank you for being here. Now, when you get home, you look and see whether you got a single or a double. I know that you just can't remember. Thank you for being here, though. Let's go to Anna in Beaver, Pennsylvania, KD3AJN.
Good morning, everyone in there this morning. We have a single sink, KD3AJN.
Well, Anna, I tell you, there's a disadvantage to that single sink. You can't pile up as high before you get to the dishwasher. And at my house, we fill up both of them before we go to the dishwasher. Thank you for being here this morning. New stations wishing to join the Morning Brew. Come now, please, twice and slowly.
Kilo 5, Sierra Golf, K5, Sierra Golf, James and Dave's, Texas.
Hold up for a moment. Will the Texas station give me your call twice again, please?
Kilo 5, Sierra Golf. Kilo 5, Sierra Golf.
Well, thank you, James. I don't know how she does it, but Vicki had it figured out before I got it tongue. Appreciate you being here. Any other customers, jump on board. Come now, please, twice and slowly.
N9 EG, N9 AVG.
Whiskey Alpha 2, Whiskey Kilowatt, WGW, WK Mobile.
KO4QMM, KO4QMM.
Let me acknowledge these stations. KO4QMM, Roger in Umatilla, the voice of the 20-meter net. WA2WWK, Ron in Amherst, New York. N9AVG, Jason in Champaign, Illinois. WA8CLG, Doug in Homosassa, Florida. KQ4YYN, Joe in Franklin, Georgia. And James from
got back from 4 days in New York City, and for the most part it was cloudy and overcast. I think the question was, do we have a double sink or a single sink in the kitchen? Single sink. And a little note that when it was working, the plumbers were installing these automatic sinks in the restrooms. And I was finished. I was coming up to wash up, and I got a call on the two-way radio. And I responded, and I think the water was flowing. I thought, hey, that's pretty good. I knew I was coming. And then later on, it happened again and again. I suddenly discovered it was the 4-watt it was triggering it, and it would solve a whole bunch of these ferrite clamp-ons. But for a second, they had me going. WK Mobile.
Well, you were ahead of your time. Wireless syncs. That was cool, man. Thank you for being here, Ron. Let me go top of my list here. James in Page, Texas, K5SSG.
K5SSG. Good morning, Brew Crew. Yeah, we just had a kitchen remodel done this year. We went from a double sink to a large single sink, and never used a dishwasher. So once it gets too high, we got no choice but to wash them. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Back to you in the net.
Sounds like a good story, James. Joe in Franklin, Georgia, KQ4YYN.
Good morning to the Morning Brew Net. Good gracious. Good morning, Brew. Good morning to everyone on the net. We have a double. This is KQ4YYN back to the net, 73s.
Thank you, Joel, for being here. And before you get gone too far, tell me, where is Franklin? I know most of the towns in Georgia, but I don't recognize Franklin. What part of the state are you in?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because usually I don't like to talk on the radio. We are west of Noonan, about 25 miles. We're south of Carrollton, Georgia, about 25 miles, and north of LaGrange, Georgia, about 25 miles. We're north of Columbus, Georgia, the home of Fort Benning. They did change the name back, Fort Benning. And we're about an hour north of there, 60 miles north of Fort Benning. Back to you, sir.
Thank you. Joe, you got me. I got you pegged. I know about right where you are. That's a good description. Thank you for being here. And we got you to talk on the radio. That's another plus. Doug, by way of a Texas, in Homosassa, Florida, WA8CLG.
This is WA8CLG. Very good morning, everybody. And put me down for a double sync. And with that, everybody have a good day and a good week. WA8CLG. Back to you.
Thank you for being here, Doug. Next up is N9AVG, Jason from Champlain, Illinois.
Good morning. The answer to the question is a double sink, and I'm pleased to inform everyone this morning that it is currently not full of dishes, even after a 3-day weekend.
Well, thank you for that info. I'm real proud of you, Jason. And tell me, Champlain, I visited there once, returning a long-lost airman to his base, but I don't remember the name of the base there in Champlain.
You're probably thinking Chinook Air Base was up in Rantoul, about 10 north of us, but it has now been retired as well.
Well, we got our airman back before he would have been marked down as AWOL, so we were successful in our transport all the way from Kentucky. Thank you, Jason, for being here. Roger, my buddy to the west, KO4QMM. Good morning, Roger.
Good morning, Mike, my neighbor to the east, and the Brew Crew. You can put me down for a double. And I was up early this morning doing some antenna HF testing with Australia, and I must say that went successful, so that started my day. I got to get out there and pull some flowers and just keep an eye on the propagation. Thanks, Mike, for what you do. KO4QMM clear.
Well, thank you, Roger, and I'm glad you were successful in keeping down on the contact list, and hope you have a good afternoon. Don in Hollywood, Florida. W4 PPX. Good morning, Don.
Everybody on the Brew Crew this morning. Put me down for a single. Just a single sink, that's all I need. Catch you guys later. Hope everybody has back to you, Mike.
Thank you for joining us, Don. Always. Sal, my buddy up there in Chickawaga, New York, W2SAL. How you doing, Sal?
Hey, good morning, Mr. Mike. Long time no chat. I'm going to see if I can throw a slider for Miss Vicky. We all know that the Buffalo Bills fans up here are great tailgaters. And when we tailgate, I use a mortar pan and a hose. But for the house, we've got 2 double wall sinks, one in the basement, one in the upstairs kitchen. So, you guys have a great day. Stay safe out there. We're enjoying the sunny weather here in Chickawaga. With that, I'll send it back to Net Control. Take care, Mike. W2SAL, clear.
And we say bye-bye to David there in the Zoom room. W1DXN, Ronald, new to the system from Lake in the Hills, Illinois. Good morning, sir. W1DXN, are you with me, Ronald?
The Whiskey Bravo 1 Delta X-ray November.
How is that there?
Whiskey Bravo 1 X-ray November. So, yes, we have dual sync here. And this morning, what did I say? It was about a 70, it's going to get up into 76 degrees today. It's going to be nice and warm and sunny all day long. Good morning to Vicky, Mike, and the rest of the Brew Crew. All be safe out there on those roads, and look ahead, think ahead, plan ahead, and watch where you are with everybody else around you, so you can have it out just in case. Always expect the unexpected. Everybody have a safe day. WP1DXN.
Thank you, Darrell, and sorry for that mix-up on the call, but we miss one every now and then. We dropped the B on yours, but we got it back, and you're in the game. Thank you. Chuck in Lancaster, New York, W2EN. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning. Brew Crew, Vicky is there frantically putting calls in. I don't know, but she does a good job. Anyway, as far as sinks go, we have one big kitchen sink, or I guess they call it a farm sink. It's just one big one. So anyway, back to Net, W2EM.
Thank you for being with me this morning, Chuck. Single it is. Time for some more customers. We got about 11 minutes left of the brew this morning. 122 check-ins so far, so let's keep going. See if we can break a record. New stations, come now please, twice and slowly.
Victor Kilo Free, Foxtrot Sierra Tango, Victor Kilo Free, Foxtrot Sierra Tango, in and out.
Net Control.
1 Queen Whiskey X-ray. KD2IWN, KD2IWN. W2KJV, W2KJV.
GIC, in and out. That in and out. That in and out station, come again.
KFIC. KF8, Detroit Rock City. Thank you, Jack. Anyone else?
Kilowatt number 9, Whiskey Zulu, K9, Plymouth, Indiana.
Kilo Delta 9, Charlie Mike. Kilo Delta 9, Charlie Mike.
From Ocoy.
W9 SAM, Whiskey 9, Sierra Alpha Mike, in and out.
Okay, after such a long pause, let me acknowledge W9SAM, Union, Ohio. KD9CM, Clint, new to the system from Macy, Indiana. KM4CTB, Donnie from Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Thank you for using the text line, Donnie. K9WZ, Wayne in Plymouth, Indiana. KF8DJQ, in and out from Kevin in Bowling Green, Ohio. And also in and out is Jack, KF8DRC from Rochester, Michigan. One of our facilitators here, Tony, W2KJV. Frank from Lancaster, New York, by way of a text line, KC2JPQ. Tim in Hamburg, New York, KD2IWN. Arthur from Lincoln, I believe, I don't know where you're from. I can't recognize that initial. I'm having a trouble this morning. KN1QWX. And Sam from Victoria, Australia. VK3FST. Don't see any mobiles in there, so let me start with Sam. Good morning to you, VK3FST. Question of the day is your kitchen, in your kitchen, do you use a single or a double sink?
Good morning, Mike, Vicky, and everyone on the Brew Crew. Yeah, I was in and out, but I'll give you a quick over and answer the question. Yeah, we have a double sink here in the kitchen, same as Emily, VK3EDM. We're in the same KDH. So. Hey everyone, have a good morning, and it's good to hear you on there. Back to you then, Mike, VK3FST, going clear.
Thank you, Sam. Sometimes I pull them in kicking and screaming, but I get them in here. Thank you for joining us and participating. Arthur, 1QWX, good morning. N1QWX, are you with me?
This is N1QWX. Good morning, Mike, and everyone on the crew. Yeah, I got double sync here, double, so put me down for that. 73, N1QWX.
Thank you, Arthur. Tim in Hamburg, New York, KD2IWN.
Welcome everybody on the Brew Crew. It's KD2IWN here in sunny, finally, Western New York. It's going to be a nice day today. That's why I took the day off to get some things done. Yeah, double sink in the kitchen. Always have had one, except for our first place that we ever lived in. It had a huge single farm sink, but no, we have the double, and it's kind of needed for our purposes, so that's all, and everybody enjoy the rest of your day. IWM, back to you.
Thank you, Tim. Double it is. Frank, KC2JPQ, Lancaster, New York. How you doing this morning, Frank?
I have a double sink in the kitchen, and today we're supposed to get into the mid, so got to get some work done out. And everybody have a great day. I'll send it back to the net, KC2JPQ.
Thank you for being here, Frank. Have a good day, and sure you don't get too muddy tracking in the house. Tony in Homosassa, Florida. Good morning, Tony. W2KJV.
Good morning, Mike, everyone on the Morning Brew, Vicky, and everyone. We have a double sink in our kitchen, Mike, and for the rest of the day it's going to be a hot one. Probably be inside doing some radio work. I got a VXR 7000 UHF repeater I picked up in Hamcation. I'm going to tune it up and take a look at it. Back to everyone. Everyone at 7-3's all. W2KJV.
Thank you, Tony, and thank you for contributing with the repeater side of things. We always need more extra active. Wayne in Plymouth, Indiana, K9WZ. Good morning.
Good morning to everybody on the Brew Crew. 56 overcast degrees here in Plymouth, Indiana today. To answer the question, have a double sink in the kitchen. Everybody on the Brew Crew and the Reflector have a blessed day. K9WZ, back to net.
Thank you, Wayne, for joining us this morning. My buddy Donnie up there in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, KM4CTB. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Mike, Vicky, and everybody on the net. KM4CTB, Donnie in Jacksonville, Florida, where it's going to be in the 90s again, just like down there, Mike. You do have a double sink, have for a good while. Keep them both full of cycling them dishes through. A lot less since the kids are gone, but we keep the dishwasher busy. Happy holiday weekend, Mike. Thanks for doing the net. KM4CTB, back to net.
Well, thank you, Donnie, for being here, and I did have a very good weekend. Didn't accomplish a whole lot of things on the productive scale, but I sure did with myself. Clint, new to the system from Macy, Indiana, if I have this call right, KD9CM. Good morning, Clint.
Morning. This is KD9CM. We have a double sink. Thanks for the check-in. Hope you hit your record today. Back to net control, KD9CM.
Clint, I think I'm going to come up a little bit short, but I appreciate you participating and helping out. And let me ask you, Clint, I see you're new to the system. How did you find us?
The repeater I listen to every morning going to work. Checks in, that would be Wayne there, KD9, or K9WZ, his repeater.
Thank you, Clint. Thank you for keying up and joining us. I hope you become a regular. And I'm sorry about that word thing. Next up is Sam from Union, Ohio, W9SAM. W9SAM. Are you still there, Sam? California. You want to wrap this one up today, Mike? K6AAN.
Oh, good morning, Mike. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. It's about quitting time for you there. Go find a pot of coffee. Anyway, double sync here, and we'll be looking forward to catching everybody later on the tech net. This is K6AAN. Back to you.
Thank you, Mike, for being with us this morning. And that's a wrap, guys. On behalf of Scott, W2BLT, Vicky, KE8VKY, this is Mike. K2CMT. Today was 134, not quite the record, but we're sure glad you all participated. Have a great day in 73.
Disconnect. Not linked. Not linked.
KC2YTD W2JTC. Test 1, 2, 3.
Well, good morning. This is KC2YTD, and we can just have a regular QSO here. That's for sure. W2JTC, this is KC2YTD.
N2FMS, are you with us yet?
And to FMS is not quite making it to the repeater for some reason this morning. Jim, KC2YTD.
N2FMS. Try it one more time. Let me see if I can hear you here. For some reason, I'm not quite making that. Let's go, at least you and I, go to the 330, and if nothing else, I want you can monitor and hear how this antenna is transmitting, even if I can't hear you. How's that?